What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video. Week number 5, the Buffalo Bills moved to 4-1 on the season. We were in Orchard Park kicking the shit out of the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking them down 38-3. From the second that ball was kicked off, we had a little bit of doubt because Tywan Jones muffed it, but then after that, there was never a doubt in anybody's mind. Bills went out there and took care of a team that did not belong on the same field as us. We made it seem like they didn't even belong in the NFL. Poor Kenny Pickett was left out to the Wolves. He tried his best, but he was no match for the Buffalo Bills defense. Sometimes the scoreboard in a specific football game may tell a lie, but in this one, 38-3 pretty much summarized exactly how it went from start to finish. But no matter if we win, no matter if we lose, I have 4 takeaways from this game that I want to discuss with you guys. First topic or takeaway that I want to touch on, it's really the only negative that I had from this game, and it is the fact that I felt like the Bills starters were in the game a little bit longer than I would have liked them to be. You can call me petty, you can call me Karen, you can tell me I'm an old man that doesn't like to have fun. Whatever you want to label me as, I just think it's stupid that in a 30-point football game in which we have a grasp on that we're still rolling out our first team starters all the way up until the first drive in the fourth quarter where our starters were still playing. We went into that game missing 8, count them 8 starters if you include Tre'Davious White. We had an injury report throughout the week that looked like it was being written by a college student trying to make a 500-word requirement on his essay due the next day. Yet with no regard whatsoever, being up in a game by 30-plus points just trying to go home, we're trotting out our first team starters as if there's no risk to be had. Not to mention, Von Miller went down earlier in that game. Granted, it was a cramp, but it was still a scare. Then Kenny Pickett got hit slightly late. That created a scuffle. It was far out of reach for the Steelers. It was getting chippy. There was no reason why we should be seeing Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Von Miller, etc., in this game like halfway through the third quarter. And I mean, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs trotted out there on the field for the first drive of the fourth quarter, too. I personally would have benched all of the starters after Quentin Morris fumbled the ball like halfway through the third quarter. I would have benched everybody from that point on. That's just me. Get it? No harm, no foul. I know everybody wants to have fun, pad their stats. I get it. But at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to stop this football team from winning a Super Bowl is ourselves and the injuries we suffer. And we've already had the injury bug bite us a few times more than we'd like to have it. I just want us to be safer. I feel like there was unnecessary risk taken in this game, and I'd like to see Sean McDermott be a tad bit smarter going forward in these certain situations. All right, moving on to the positive takeaways from this game. Gabe Davis has proven to be a non-replaceable difference maker for this offense. And will Gabe Davis get his respect? 3 receptions, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns, a 98-yard touchdown, and a 62-yard touchdown. This dude had a day. The night and day difference between a hurt and a healthy Gabe Davis was extremely evident. I would say up to this point, considering the track record that he's put on display, he at least deserves to be in consideration for one of the best deep threats in the NFL. This dude is lethal down the field. The craziest part is he's not even that fast. He ran an average 40-yard dash at 4.54 at the combine, but he blows by defensive backs sometimes, man. His long strides get him back there. It doesn't even look like he's deceptive at points. He's just running right by some of them that are flat-footed. Even if he doesn't get completely behind a defensive back like he did not with Minkah Fitzpatrick yesterday, he's still strong enough and has elite ball tracking skills to do whatever he has to make the play. In combination with Josh Allen's extremely accurate cannon, there's seemingly no limit for Gabe Davis's deep threat ability. They're going to be hooking up a lot downfield this season. As if this wasn't obvious enough, we really do need Gabe Davis to reach our full potential on the offensive side of the ball. He makes defenses respect our deep ball more than anybody else on our team. His impact will be felt whether he has 4 touchdowns and 450 yards or if he has 2 catches for 15 yards. Gabe Davis makes a difference on the field for our offense that nobody else can replicate, and he's going to be crucial for our success down the road. Moving on to takeaway number 3, we saw a lot of young guys make an impact in this game, and it was very, very exciting to see. Obviously, the injuries suck, but we're not going to ignore the fact that it doesn't open up an opportunity for guys that don't usually get much playing time to go out there and make an impact on some valuable reps in a real NFL game. Khalil Shakir probably being the biggest beneficiary of the opportunity he was given. 3 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown. But statistics aside, Khalil Shakir made an eye-popping grab in this game. It was thrown up the seam. He turned around in contested coverage and made a strong catch with his hands alone. That was a catch that I don't even think most veteran slot cornerbacks are making, let alone a rookie. Khalil Shakir is supposed to be a guy that you get the ball to in space and he makes something happen after the fact. But no, apparently not. He's got a couple more tools in his tool bag, and I'm excited to see him unleashed down the road. It will be a crime if he's sent back down to the dungeon. This dude needs more playing time in this offense. I think we are going to see him more often, especially considering the fact that he was our kick/punt returner for a majority of the game. After Tywan fumbled the initial kickoff, I think it's safe to say that it's going to be Khalil Shakir's job from here on out with without Crowder in the lineup. I think it's safe to say that he's here to stay, but he's not the only rookie, the only young guy that made an impact. James Cook was also out there making the most of his opportunity. He saw 4 carries and a touchdown. It was no ordinary touchdown run. I don't think any of our other running backs are making this happen, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, and that is exactly why we drafted James Cook, to bring this change of pace, this burst that we don't have in that room as is. Once the Red Sea parted, he was gone, and he was able to hit a different gear and get by the safeties, get by Minka Fitzpatrick, and hit an angle where he was able to make it in the end zone. I think he's probably going 99 yards if he had to. That's how fast the dude was running. It didn't even have to be a touchdown. This is the flash. This is the burst that we've been waiting to see. He's supposed to be providing some kind of spark to this offense. It's typically a little bit slower. On that play, he showed his ability, so I'm hoping this was the boost of confidence he needed. I think he just needs to catch some traction, and he will really start to get going. Kid is talented. He brings on exactly what this offense needs, and I'm hoping he's able to build off of that touchdown run and gain some confidence in himself, because I truly think that's what's holding him back at the moment. That will bring me into takeaway number 4, being the Buffalo Bills handled this game the exact way we would have liked them to, and that might seem obvious or kind of irrelevant, but let me explain. For me personally, and I can't be the only one, I was a little uneasy going into this matchup. We had a long injury list, not to mention the spread was like 14 points. Everybody's expecting us to murder them. Never did I think we were going to lose this game, but the parity in the NFL lately has been off the charts. We saw what happened last year with the Steelers. We saw what happened with the Jaguars. We are not immune to what's going on in this league. So I was a tad bit sketched out, but seeing us go out there and handle this the exact way everybody was expecting us to was extremely relieving, at least for me. I feel like games like this often go overlooked when they go in the fashion that they did. The Buffalo Bills were kind of in a lose-lose situation for the most part. If we don't go out there and smash the Steelers the way we did, there's probably some cause for concern. Obviously, if we lost, that would have been just detrimental, but even if we win the game by just 5 points, 10 points, or even 15 points, that could be a sign of struggle. That could have meant the game went in a fashion that we didn't necessarily expect it to, and then all of a sudden everybody's questioning us. We're questioning ourselves. Why didn't we put the Steelers into the ground with the rookie quarterback? We took care of business in the exact fashion that we had to, because we are true Super Bowl contenders, and I guess that could be the difference between last year and this year. Who knows? Regardless of all of that, though, I feel like games like this often go overlooked, and I don't think they deserve to be. We went out there, we handled business the way we should, and I think that deserves some recognition. That'll be it. That's my 4 takeaways from Week 5, moving the Bills to 4-1 on the season. Let me know any of your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. If you want to hit the bell to be notified when I upload, I'd appreciate that. You want to go over to Twitter, follow me over there, I'd appreciate that as well. I have a TikTok down in my description that I think you should check out, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.